Today on Judge Porter.
You have 27 unexcused absences. You took off 2 weeks of sick time, and you also took off 3 weeks of vacation time.
I can barely sleep. I have to take how many pills? Like 6 pills I have to take every day, every morning. And I have to start taking pills at night now because of my alcohol problem. And I still have to talk to my therapist about it.
She doesn't do her job like she should. So when we try to correct her, she lashes out.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Porter is presiding.
Morning, everyone. Please be seated. Joe, it's been a while since I last saw you. How you doing, brother?
Doing great. How you doing?
It's good. We have case number 7002, Allison Preston versus Everett Sloan Industries. Mr. Preston, can you come to the podium? Do we have a representative from Everett Sloan? If you're here, can you also come to the podium? Ms. Preston, good morning. Ma'am, and you are?
Hi, I am the head of HR for...
No, I mean your name, ma'am.
Oh, I do apologize. Michelle.
Michelle?
Apathy?
Apathy. Okay. Ms. Preston, ma'am, it shows here that you're suing Everett Sloan for the amount of $150,000. Am I reading that correctly?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, this is a workers' compensation case. Mm-hmm. What's going on with this?
Sorry, it's really hard for me to be here right now.
Why?
Well, when I was younger, my parents got divorced, and I was in this courtroom too many times, and they were both alcoholics, so they were back and forth on who gets to have custody over me. So it's just...
So you have a bad experience being inside of a courtroom?
Yes.
Okay, it's gonna be okay. We don't bite here.
Yeah, but she does, and I don't want to have to be here again because
She bit you? Is that what you just said?
No, it's figurative language, Your Honor.
Okay, all right.
She calls me names all the time, and she tells me how much I'm unprofessional and how much I don't do my job, and she's always yelling at me, and she just calls me fat and ugly, and she says I don't do anything, and she recently started watching the movie Wicked, and now she decides to call me the Wicked Witch of the West, and I don't know where that comes from, but I have so much stress that I've acquired before, and I don't know why she has to do that for me.
Ma'am, let me ask you, in relation to Everett Sloan Industries, are you an employee there, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and Miss Apathy, what's her relationship to you as far as, is she like your supervisor or something like that?
She's my boss, Your Honor.
She's your boss, your immediate supervisor? Okay, and what's going on with Apathy? You said they call you fat and some other things.
They're always on me and criticizing me, and I'm just really trying to do my work. And
what do you do at this company? I'm curious.
I deal with the finances. I do the sales management and basically all the paperwork.
All right. So how did you come up with the number 150,000?
Well, Your Honor, like I said before, I have dealt with a lot of trauma and stress because of my parents, and I was recently just starting to finally get in a better place with that. And ever since she's been harassing me and abusing me, I've had to go on more pills that are supposed to relieve my stress, but they also make me sleep more. And because of that, I've sometimes...
These pills, is this from a prescription?
Yes, Your Honor. I've had to take...
So I'm just curious, are you seeing
I'm seeing a therapist I'm seeing a therapist, Your Honor.
All right. Okay. Miss Apathy, ma'am, good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
You've heard what Miss Preston had to say. Do you mind to chime in on this, ma'am?
Yes. First of all, Your Honor, I would like to say I take very much offense to her accusations of how I treat her. That is so far from the truth.
Mm-hmm.
She is very, very emotional. She doesn't do her job like she should. So when we try to correct her, she lashes out. She's only been with the company for 13 months, and she has been absent, unexcused, called in sick 27
Because
times.
of my pills, Your Honor.
Okay, hold on.
27
I'm sorry, you said
times?
she's been absent 27 times?
That's unexcused.
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 Unexcused absences for 27 times.
27 times.
Okay.
She's already used 2 weeks of her sick leave, as well as 3 weeks of vacation time already. She's late at least 2-3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
And when you ask her or for her reasons why she's late, she lashes out.
Okay.
So it's hard to communicate with her. When you try to ask her about her work, she lashes out. She claims to be working from home.
Well, I have issues.
Hold on, Ms. Preston. I'm gonna get to you in a second. When you said that she was working from home, did you guys allow her to work from home, or?
Yes, Your Honor. For our staff, if they're not feeling well, they do have the opportunity to work from home remotely.
Okay.
If they feel
But that's
the need.
only if they're under the weather, so to speak.
Under
they
the
have
weather,
to.
yes.
Okay.
We try to be very lenient. But in her assessment of her working from home, there's been times where when we are out for lunchings for a client, we see her at the bar.
Yeah, that was one time. Your Honor, I was one time at the bar.
I'm sorry. Let me make sure I heard this correctly. You took client out to a bar during work hours, and you saw her at the same bar when she was supposed to be home working.
Yeah, it was a restaurant, and she was at the bar of the restaurant. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Did you have your laptop with you when that incident occurred, ma'am? Just
No.
curious. No? What were you doing at the bar at that time?
Well, what do people usually do at the bar, Your Honor? They relieve some stress. That's what I was doing.
And how were you relieving stress, ma'am?
Drinking.
Drinking?
Like I said, I have my issues. I know.
Were you indulging in alcoholic libations?
No.
No? What were you drinking?
Whiskey. And
That would fall into the category of alcoholic libation.
right.
Do you have a drinking problem, ma'am?
She does,
No.
Your Honor.
I'm gonna ask this question again because
Yes,
before.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So are you an alcoholic, ma'am?
I guess you could say that.
Have you been seeing this therapist for your alcoholism?
I haven't mentioned it to her.
Okay. Is it possible that the previous stresses that you mentioned, I know that you talked about the divorce of your parents.
Yeah.
Is there some other things going on with you, ma'am?
Well, like I said, I'm on my pills, and
What are you taking? Do you remember the names of the
no,
medication?
I don't remember the name. Some weird long name that.
What's it?
scientists-
Is it for anxieties? What's it for?
for my stress and to help me sleep more? Because of my stress, I haven't been able to sleep, and that's why sometimes I come late to work just because.
Miss Apathy, I'm sorry. How many times did you say she came late to work?
52.
52 times.
Okay, that's a bit of a stretch, but I mean, I know I come late to work sometimes. I understand, and I know I have.
And you said she's been with the company for 13 months?
13 months.
Okay. Now, that means that you've come to work at least, if my math is correct here, you've come to work late at least once a week, every week for the entire time that you've been with this company.
That's if she comes to work, Your Honor.
Okay. Plus, you have 27 unexcused absences. You took off 2 weeks of sick time, and you also took off 3 weeks of vacation time. You're hardly there.
like I said.
And
I
when
want
you're
my
there,
bills.
you're late, and you're telling me that because of this medication, it's hindering your performance. Am I correct in saying that, Ms. Apathy?
That is absolutely correct. Her performance has made it harder for her associates. We have lost contracts because of her performance.
Ms. Preston, I don't think there's a mystery here. The 150,000, I'm not going to give you that. That's.
But what about all the things that I had to go through? Was that all just amount to nothing at this point?
And there's where my concern is. You see, ma'am, I understand that you've gone through something, okay? Everybody in this room has gone through something, and we all deal with our stressors in different ways, okay?
I doubt it's on the same level as this. I can barely sleep. I have to take how many pills? 6 pills I have to take every day, every morning. And I have to start taking pills at night now because of my alcohol problem. And I still have to talk to my therapist about it. But
But the thing is, as you've admitted to this court, you have a drinking problem, but you haven't been forthcoming with your therapist to help you with that drinking problem.
Well, why do I want to put myself in that position to need help? I don't want to be a victim. I'm not a victim.
Ms. Preston,
I don't even feel
Ms.
sorry
Preston,
for me.
listen to me, and listen to me well. And I need you to understand what I'm getting ready to say here. All of us have problems. All of us at some point in time in our life is going to need help from somebody else, whether it's friends, family, complete strangers. There's no shame in saying, I need help. But the problem is you need help, and while you're sinking this company with it. Okay?
She doesn't understand.
No, you don't understand.
We've
If you
offered
can't help yourself, you can't help anybody. Ms. Apathy, let me ask you a question. Do you guys have services like psychological services for your employees?
Yes, sir, we do. I have offered her several chances to attend these sessions. I've even offered to go with her. But instead of accepting the help, she lashes out. Mm-hmm. So at this point, there's nothing that we can do to help someone who doesn't want to help
Ms.
themselves.
Preston, let me ask you, they have the medical services at the facility that can possibly help you with that. If she decides, hey, you know what, let's give her another chance, are you willing to go to these services?
If she doesn't fire me, maybe I'll go. But if she fires me, I'm not going.
Well, if you get fired, then you can't go, can you? Ms. Apathy, ma'am, how do you want to play this? It's up to you.
While I personally feel sorry for her, but business is business, and I cannot allow that in our company. So unfortunately, we are done.
Then you heard
But
her.
then where am I supposed to go? How am I supposed to make money for myself? I need to pay for my medicine. I need to pay for my medication.
Ma'am, you can find a job that's probably willing to deal with your shortcomings, but it won't be at Everett Sloan
But
Industries.
no one else wants to hire me. That's the point. No one else wants to hire me.
Have you tried?
Yes, I have.
Okay, then I'm going to need you to keep trying, but it won't be at Everett Sloan. I'm sorry, ma'am.
She can't do that, though.
Oh, yes,
She can't do that.
She's the representative of the company. Yes, she can.
But
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry.
that doesn't make any sense. How does that make any sense?
This case is dismissed.
No,
ma'am.
it can't be dismissed.
It's over.
How am I going to have any compensation?
It's over.
It can't be over. It's not going to be.
Joe,
Don't touch me. I swear to God, if you touch me.
Joe,
Don't-
get her out of my courtroom,
Don't-
Joe.
You have to leave.
No.
You have to leave or I'm going to arrest you.
You can't do this. You can't.
Goodbye,
don't touch
ma'am.
me. Don't touch me. What are you
Goodbye.
doing?
Out.
Why are you touching me?
Out.
Leave me.
Miss Apathy, I'm sorry about that display that you just witnessed. If there's a problem, and she comes back to your place of employment to cause a problem, I recommend you get in contact with the Menlo Park Police Department. If you need to file a restraining order to keep her from the property, you're more than welcome to come back and file to make that happen, okay?
Thank you so much.
All righty, ma'am. You have a good day.
You as well, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Sir.
I would like to thank Judge Porter for understanding our reasons for letting her go. Now, I am truly, truly sorry for what she has gone through personally, but business is business. And I hope she gets the help she needs.
Growing up, I've dealt with a lot of trauma that I unfortunately don't know how to handle, but I I do not need help. I don't want to feel like I need help, and I don't know where I'm going to go from here now that I don't have a job. And I think Judge Porter made a really, really bad decision. He don't think he has any empathy for what I've gone through, and I have to go take my pills. So, thank you, Judge Porter.